Yeah. Good evening, one and all. My name is Dr. A. Adisesha Reddy, working as professor and head, Master of Business Administration, Lakkareddy Balreddy College of Engineering, Mayilavaram, NTR District, AP. And I am presently acting as the secretary of AP Chapter Association of Indian Management Schools. My dear participants, good evening once again, all of you, and my best wishes to all the participants. Happy Vijayadashmi. And this Association of Indian Management Schools is taking good initiative of conducting the programs like knowledge sharing sessions and other kind of initiatives for the benefit of the students and faculty administrators pertaining to management studies and all. I just wanted to share a few things about this Association of Indian Management Schools. This aims was started with the intention of providing quality management education and supporting the management schools and management fraternity and the students in different directions. And it is supporting the member institutions to conduct faculty development programs, workshops, seminars, conferences, and giving financial assistance also. And it is an advocacy body for many statutory bodies like ASCTE and Central Human Resource Department and central government in the process of refinement of the management education in the country. And it is also the part of NEP 2020 for fine-tuning the framework of the management studies. And also another important initiative of this aims is conducting Atma test. And this Atma test is meant for getting admission into MBA, including IIMs, ISB, XLRE, and other prominent B schools. Many aspirants who wanted to take admission into these kind of premier institutions to study MBA can write Atma test, which is initiated by AIMS and conducting twice and thrice in a year. So that's another important initiative of AIMS. And also the once in every year, the AIMS is organizing one flagship activity of annual convention, international level, and inviting the delegates from the overseas and the IM directors and professors from many different B schools are being invited to discuss the issues connected to management studies and conduct some of the competitions like paper presentations and best B school kind of things, and all these kind of things were conducting. And this is another important kind of initiative aims. And the Professor Nandagopal, the past president of AIMS, and the Professor Sudhir Sharma, the current president of AIMS, are taking a lot of initiatives for making this kind of organization more vibrant of conducting these knowledge sharing sessions and young leadership sessions. And also Professor Pia Madam is taking a lot of initiatives for organizing these kind of things. And the other co-partner and co-host of this event, knowledge sharing session, is Business Standard, and it's one of the prominent business newspaper distributor and printing and distributor agency, and it is supporting from a long time this conducting these events and making these events more successful and grand, colorful. And coming to this today's speaker, Professor Kovvali Bhanu Prakash, and he's a seasoned academician and also the industry expert, and now he's taking care of MN Infrastructure, the mining company, acting as the CFO, Chief Financing Officer, and he had a lot of exposure and experience in academics as well as administration and industry activities. And he's also expertise in take up the research projects. And under his guidance, 3-4 major projects were sanctioned by ICSSR, UGC, and successfully completed and successfully submitted to the respective agencies, and a lot of applause has been received, and also gave the lectures through online as well as offline in different platforms, and he's the guest lecturer for even IM, some of the IMs and the ISB, and many more kind of achievements were received by Professor Kovvali Bhanu Prakash in academic side as well as industry side. He's also advisor for many different organizations. We are so fortunate to have such a great personality to this kind of industry 4.0, Fintech 4.0 is a very good topic now. It's an emerging topic for all of us to listen. So we are very happy, sir, to listen your valuable kind of words. I think all the participants can follow this session carefully, and at the end of the session, probably they can ask their questions through the chat box. So last 5 minutes are meant for giving the responses and vote of thanks. And over to Professor Kovvali Bhanu Prakash. Sir.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to you for giving me a wonderful opportunity to share some of the insights on financial technologies. To start with, today is an auspicious day, Saraswati Puja. So I dedicated this session to the goddess Saraswati. Saraswati Mahabhage Vijay Kamalalochane Vijarupe Visalakshi Vijan Dehi Namostute. So in this juncture, the Fintech 4.0, that is a revolutionary trend in finance, technology enabled, rather than I want to say technology powered, empowered finance. So what is 4.0? How can we say that it is a revolutionary trend in finance? So this will all discussed in the session. So what about the global scenario and the state and stage of Indian fintechs, and how reach to the top 1, 2? We are in right now in the third place. So these are all my major insights from this. So I want to share. Already I think I shared my PPT. Just you see an innovatory intervention in banking, finance, banking, financial services, and insurance sector. The digital hand has transformed the world of work, workforce, and the silos and signatures of work. So in this scenario, AI is seemingly everywhere, red hat right now, and AI unveils the arms race right now, and we are in Gen AI and generative AI, and within the short span, we are transformed into XAI, exponential artificial intelligence, extended and exponential artificial intelligence. So here you see, coming to our main topic, that is financial technologies, technology enabled finance or technology powered finance. What is the global scenario? So a kaleidoscopic view I want to show you. You see, in USA, EMEA countries and APAC countries, you see around 13,100 fintech startups are there in USA. 13,000 last 2024, you see, last 13,100 in North America, South America, Central America, and Caribbean. You see 13,100, a sporadic rise. So actually, last year 2020, there are around 10,969. That means almost 1,500 more than a year before that. We can say that.
Excuse me, sir.
So
Have
coming
you
to
shared the
second,
PPT?
yeah, I had already shared, sir. I
There it
think I
is.
shared.
Not visible, sir.
That's fine. Is it visible,
Just
Megawat,
1
sir?
minute, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. It's not visible.
Okay.
Network is very slow. That's why it's not visible. Now it's started.
Okay, sir. Right now, okay, na?
No, not.
Not yet.
Then screen is shared, sir.
Okay.
I think right now, okay, na, sir? Again, I shared.
Just to stop the sharing and
Yeah,
once
now
more.
it's okay. Now it's okay. Now the third slide.
This is
Yeah, second slide is
global
displayed.
scenario. Yes,
It's okay.
it's okay right now.
Yeah.
So there is a sporadic rise.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
And
okay.
coming to EMEA region, there are only 10,969, sir. This is 2024, 10,969. So coming to 2023, there are 1,681. So what are the main reasons we will discuss? And 5,886 in Asia Pacific region. So United States, so you see North America, South America, Central America, and Caribbean. So we see the reason. Interestingly, note that, interestingly saying that, so American fintech startups are roughly 5 times more than UK startups. Roughly 5 times. UK is in Europe and America is in American. So we had taken 3 regions. So this is the interesting to note that. So coming to this, a new paradigm of growth. Fintech is a new paradigm of growth. You see here in North America, there is up to 2028, there are some predictions. So only 12% CAGR, the first diagram you can see, only 12% CAGR you can expect, you can predict by 2028. So you see in Europe, 18%, Asia Pacific, 12%. So globally, so 30%, 27% in Latin America and Africa and Middle East also. There's only 5 to 8. So that means there is a lot of scope for fintech development. So only globally there is a growth rate of only 15%. So that means we have to reach minimum 35 to 50%. There's a lot of space. So you can so second, coming to this model is followed in China, sir, actually, ABCD, artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud, and data. Besides, now I can add two more, that is efficiency, ABCDE, and F is also. So, what is F? And how can we improve the efficiency? Now, fortify into unfolded areas, unmet, uncovered areas, we shall discuss in later on. So, portmanteau of financial technology and innovation as per KPMG. So, what is portmanteau? It is an umbrella term. We can say an umbrella term, that is fintech. So, emergence of brand new technologies, AI, blockchain, analytics, and big data. So, this Accenture had given one more insight about that. So, Ernest and Young, so disruption, enabling and enhancing the service success. So, emphasizing not only early stage startups, so seed funding. So, sir, hello,
Yes,
sir.
he's audible, sir.
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Audible,
Yes.
audible.
Screen is also shared, na sir? ABDC.
No, I think it is yet to come.
ABCD, sir. Artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud,
Oh,
and
yeah, it's coming. It's
so
coming.
I can,
Yeah.
yes, sir. That is a KPMG definition. And what is how can we integrate? This fintech encompasses n number of infinite forests. What are these? We enter into that. So this will discuss later on. See, sir, this India versus USA and China. So total tech funding to us only $25 billion, whereas it is $241 billion, $96 billion. So funding is lacking in India. Second thing, startup investment. So startup investment is 34%, but there is 72% in USA and 12% in China. So fintech unicorns, that means more than $1 billion revenues. So 23 in India, 132 in USA, and 30 in China. So what are the So in India, we are relying on venture capitalists and private financing institutions, private capital. But whereas in USA and China, government is funding the fintech startups. That is the main advantage there. So this is lacking in India. So financing, that's very, very important issue. Second thing, despite the dominance of USA and China, you see, the most valuable fintech unicorn is from Ireland. That is the Spike. Sir, audible, sir?
Yeah, audible, audible. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Screen is also shared, na, sir? There is no problem.
Screen is yet to share.
We are talking about now and then internet is, there is an interruption in internet, sir. That is the major issue. Okay, sir. This is India versus USA and China. So the world's most valuable fintech unicorn came from Ireland. That is the Stripe. Coming to the evolution of fintech, sir. So we are in 4.0, fourth era or regime of fintech area. And the first, you see, the origin of the fintech was coined by the City Group in 1970. And afterwards, an American banker, he had given one scholarly article entitled Friday Flashback. Did City coin the term fintech? In that scholarly article, he mentioned the term fintech. This is the first era of fintech. So Oxford University defined the term fintech. It is a computer program and other programs to support and enable banking and financial services. So simply we can term it as a fintech, and it is one of the fastest growing areas of venture capitalism. In 1900 and in 2016, Oxford University has defined the word fintech. So it's not only an enabler, it's a driving engine. Yeah, it's a portmanteau. So, we will discuss what about the portmanteau. It's a big term, actually, so many, it encompasses so many. So what are these? We shall discuss. So software, collection of programs, algorithms, applications for both computer and mobile-based tools, we can term it as a fintech as per Financial Services Board, Basel, Switzerland. So coming to this first era, transatlantic cable and Fedwire in USA marked the first stage of fintech, and by using this, the funds are transferred from one area to another area, especially remote areas. The funds are transferred by using the codes of Morse and telegraph. So US credit cards in 1950, Diners Club cards, and American Express issued credit card in 1958. These are all parts and parcels of Fintech 1.0. Coming to Fintech 2.0, there are actually 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 3.5, and 4.0. Now we are in 4.0. The second one is, so exclusively we can say this is an era of banks. So introduced Barclays in 1967, introduced the first ATM. Then Swift in 1970 started facilitating large volumes of cross-border payments. 1980, the rise of IBM, that is mainframe computers introduced. So online banking is also flourished in that area, in that era. And 1990, internet and e-commerce business models. So these are all coming to the second 2.0 fintech era. So this era ends with the global financial crisis in 2008. So fintech 3.0 coming to, this is exclusively meant for startups. So Bitcoin was introduced. The cryptocurrencies are boomed in this era, but this era was followed by the great crypto crash in 2018. So the fintechs are entered into the mass market penetration. In that area, they are entered mass market penetration through internet, through mobile phones. This was observed in 2011 by Google and Apple Pay in 2014. So I'm to 3.5. So that 2014 to during the 2014 to 2007. So it's a very promising era for Indian startups. So we are moving from Western dominated financial world to the Chinese and primary focus is on development of digital infrastructure. You say in England, Barclays Bank, and so many banks are there in USA. So that is Western world dominated, Western dominated financial world. There is physical structure. 2004 to 17, it is a golden era for India and Chinese tech. So digital infrastructure, we is by increasing number of new entrants and the last mover advantages also. So coming to 4.0, that is right now we are in 2008, we are in 4.0, that is disruptive technologies era. Blockchain technologies. So distributed ledger technologies, distributed ledger technologies, DLTs, open banking innovations, innovative innovations of this era. The game changes are. So everyone is talking about neo banking. What is this neo? Is this presence? This 4.0 game changing bank. So developers offering financial services through mobile apps and websites. So fintech banks, we are calling neobanks as fintech banks or challenger banks. So disruptive force in banking industry, offering a convenient and low cost alternative to traditional banks. So here machine learning, this is also introduced in financial technologies. So in
Can
the
you
later
please share
slides,
the
I can explain
Can you please
how
share the PPT, sir?
now and then there is a problem with
I think if you off the your view and share the PPT, it can be better, I think. Now it's okay.
okay, sir.
Now it's okay.
So this is the revolution, sir. The evolution of fintech era. This is we are talking about. Coming to this one, I am explaining this is slide 4.0, 1.0, 2.3, 3.5, and 4. Yes, sir. So this is what is fintech, an umbrella word. So you see UPI payment gateways, insurtechs, regtechs, neobanks, buy now, pay later, crowdsourcing, digital lending, equity personal finance, fintech cards, alternative finance, cryptocurrencies, everything. So the fintech encompasses these more than these. So in later slides, sir, UPI, Amazon Pay, or Phone Pay, Paytm, everything will come under payment gateways. And text Echo company will come under insurance technologies, Lemonade, Go Health, all will come. And RegTech, Essent, Porter, and Hummingbird, we are all in day-to-day activity, we are listening all the words. So neo banking, coming to Neo, Jupiter, and Razorpay, buy now and pay later. That is Amazon, yeah, and Paytm, Afterpay, Target. is an Australian fintech company. And crowdfunding, Keto, Milap, Kickstarter. So crowdfunding and crowdsourcing also, and digital lending and equity and personal finance. You see here, equity and personal finance. Indian fintechs are relying on personal finance. I had already explained this. So in this, the major players are Angel, Ratan Tata, Kunal Singh, Sanjay Mehta, Sachin Bansal, so on and capitalists. They are all providing funds to the fintechs, either at the growth stage or at the seed funding or at a maturity stage. Yeah, fintech cards. So SBI already introduced, the FC is already introduced, and ICICI introduced. So alternative finance. So coming to alternative finance, peer-to-peer lending. So one company in the same group and another company in the same group, they are funding peer-to-peer funding, asset financing, invoice factoring, everything will come under this financial model. So you see, open banking as a service, prior software as a service, now banking as a service, embedded finance, Internet of Things, EOT, Enterprise of Things, AI, ML, and deep learning, neo banking, buy now, pay later, P2P lending, biometrics, gamification. So this is the new area, gamification, and the references. So even references and some sort of references, we are preparing for detailed project reports. Fintechs are providing some sort of services. So what is the architecture of neobank? This is why, because I focus my attention on neobanking system. This is an innovative and it's not a stage. Actually, you see, direct to consumer distribution enablers are there. The digital acquisition consumers are there. Distribution enablers, B2B, business to business, business to consumer. So here, front end, you see neobank X, Y, and Z. And capacity enablers. So I had discussed the software providers, maybe TCS, maybe IBM or Infosys. Yeah, and back-end licensed banks. So the back-end operations are done by. So prior, the front end, everything into the front end fintechs, neobanks. Paperless, first thing is second thing internet based and mobile based banking system. So this is neo banking operational structure. Nowadays, this is very prominent and promising area. You see, this will be done within span of 30 seconds. 30 seconds, the entire operations will be started and completed. Then it will provide some sort of insights to the customer. Here you see, so consumer to end digital example, presence less layer, cashless layer, paperless layer, consent layer. This is all there. Yeah. He's approaching. Sir?
Yes, sir. It's appearing. PPT sharing.
Yes, sir. Consumer lending end-to-end digital the financial institution. So financial institution is a part and parcel of financial system is a part of financial services, financial intermediaries. So we are a financial institution. It is a part of financial So approaching immediately, they are checking for eKYC. They credit bureau. So I will explain. Then afterwards, online fee collection, then automated sanction ecosystem, digital disbursement, and instant see how fast the mechanism is. So coming here, I want to give one on Pompeii. Actually, it is a Nigerian fintech. It was failed in Nigeria, yeah, 2010 to 2023. Within the span of, during this time, they entered into the Nigerian market, and we are ready to offer some sort of service, but Nigerians are not accepted. They entered into financial distress. Then afterwards, in 2023, this Pompeii, this is the fifth attempt. So that is the quality of uh, the uh, finest things of an entrepreneur. So this entrepreneur is also entered into the market 4 times and he failed. Then fifth time. So these are all seamless operations. So everywhere he went to started send information to the even Nigerians to their home country, Nigerian. 35 million users.
Screen sharing is stopped, sir. Please do it. Hello, sir.
Sir, screen is shared. No, sir.
Your name only displaying. Yes. Now you started screen sharing. Yeah, it's starting. Way out, sir.
Pompeii Nigeria tech, this case scenario. So 3 million users and a network of 1.2 million agents and merchants that extend across Nigeria. He started his business from U and the so he failed in the home country. So then he started his fortune from US and he succeeded in the fifth attempt. So it was one of the finest and major players in the nation's sector. Coming to
Left, sir.
cusp of fintech revolution. And this year, in 2014, so $30 billion funding since 2014. So it jumped to 50 billion in 2021. 7 years of time it has taken, and 87% of highest fintech adoption rate globally, and third largest fintech ecosystem. So India 2236. Yeah, fintech momentum, fintech deals. These are all the deals. So in USA 6562. So UK 2000. These are all the deals, sir. Not fintech companies dealing with number of transactions. We are in the cusp of the fintech revolution. So emerged as the third largest ecosystem globally. And then, so in the month of August, Global Fintech Festival was held in our Prime Minister. The fintech is embracing the latest and recent technologies, that is of things, and they entered into Gen AI, X AI. So these fields are also we will consider in future. So there is improving financial inclusion, Jan Dhan, as well as driving innovation. So Jan Dhan accounts, Jan Dhan Yojana. So here what happened? Not financial inclusion. So we are considered the unbanking. We take the unbanked into the banking scenario. And this transformation brought about fintech in India, not only limited to technology, social impact is far reaching. So what happened? Fintech is penetrated into rural areas, so standard of living is improved. So its social impact is far reaching. Significant role in democratizing financial services and enhance the ease of living, ease of so ease of living. So finally, we have to make the best is yet to come. This is the statements given by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in Global Fintech Fest. So here you see state-wise recognized startups, fintech startups. So you see here large number of so in Andhra Pradesh we had 586, Telangana 1757, and always Delhi is in the first place compared to Bangalore. There is a Bangalore. Some clusters are there. So New Delhi is one of the clusters. And Vizag, ours is the Vizag, Hyderabad is the cluster. Bangalore is the cluster. Mumbai is the fintech hub. So these are all areas. So you see 196, around 196 fintech are there only in New Delhi, Gurugram 116. So you have Gurugram and New Delhi, and 420. So these are all startups and these are all hubs. So Vizag is in Andhra Pradesh. So Fintech Valley is there. We will see. And coming to, once again, you see Fintech unicorns. So global. See here, only in India, Digit only, Digit is Razor Pay. Yes, sir. And PhonePe, Razorpay, these are all Indian-made unicorns, fintech unicorns. The top 10 largest fintech companies in the world, you see, Visa is the first, followed by MasterCard, Intuit, Shopify, Finserv, Yant Financial. This is Yant from USSR, Tencent, PayPal. Yeah, we had discussed Pompe. Already, this is the Nigerian fintech. This is the best fintech in the world in value-based methodology. So framework for fintech entity in the International Financial Services Centers, IFSCs, actually the activities, operations, and everything are monitored, evaluated, and documented by globally IFSCs in India. So Ministry of Finance and Reserve Bank of India, these are all taking care. So in banking sector, there is a framework for banking sector, and capital markets and funds management also there is a framework, and insurance technologies also, insurance sector also there is InsurTechs and digital innovation hubs. So this is the framework for fintech entity from starting of the fintech. So recently, today morning, I went through one article. So for the rest of 50 years, there is for rest of 50 years, the interest on fintech loans was totally exempted. This is the step taken by the central government in the global financial fintech conference. And so you see, so what are various prominent and prospective areas? You see, digital banking 33%. So promising area right now is the consumer lending fintechs. There is a lot of scope for development in that area. Second thing is the cyber securities also. There is a need of innovative models and methods to control the menace of phishing and so on and so forth. So that is also. So in agriculture also, we are encouraged agri-techs, agriculture also, agri-techs. So these are all various prospective areas, potential areas across the fintech ecosystem. So with the most potential across the fintech ecosystem. So this is actually a perceptional analysis that was taken on 2,800 respondents. 2,800 respondents. They canvassed one semi-structured questionnaire and collected the responses from 2,800 respondents based on their views and opinions. So 33% they favored digital banking. So again, cyber security is also cryptocurrency is 21%, and data analytics it's also one of the future frontiers of fintech, and InsurTechs, IPOs, and initial coin offerings also. So next for Asia in fintech adoption. So China after UK, after US, the Chinese fintechs are totally, they are in the second place. They are entering into the space sector fintechs. This is the latest issue. Chinese, they entered into space. So space sector fintechs. This is very, very latest emerging issue. And so we are trying in India, we are trying to adopt technologies that in 4 years momentum also. So risk management models, you see, fintechs, they entered into the risk. I had already explained ML. So the role of ML is the how can they mitigate the risk is very, very important. So prior we had operational risk management models and reactive models and manual tools. So you see, so beyond risk intelligence, this is traditional risk management models. Risk intelligent models, these are all operational, reactive and manual, these are all traditional models. Strategic preventive digital risk solutions are intelligent here. AI analysis, AI cognitive, AI cognitive, and predictive analytics will support assess and to mitigate the risk to some extent. Biggest risk is not taking any risk in a that the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking any risks. Mark Zuckerberg, what he said, not taking any risk is the risk. That is the risk what he wants to say. So here you see payment technologies, systematic risks are there, regulatory arbitrage is there, operating models are there, risk frameworks are there. So payments technologies, digital wallets, email, cyber, we are every day we are uh, seeing number of cyber payments technology. We have to strengthen the payments technology. So that is what I want to say. Prior the finger sensors, and now face recognitions to lending, so distributed ledger technologies, operational risk is there, so artificial intelligence. So these are all various. Here you see, this is the credit risk prediction. The ML model, this is actually ML model, machine learning model. Here, this is the ML model. So first T1, T2, T3, and Tn, they are the customers. So monthly they are collecting the defaulters who are unpaid, not paid this monthly. Apply fuzzy logic model and clustering the customers. Customer is rejected, so high risk, apply FIS. Customer is highly risk, reject, is recognized medium risk. So special conditions you can loan. So this system will take around 10 to 15 time. Within this span of time, the customer data is to be evaluated. Customer data is collected, evaluated, present. So based on risk, 5 steps how to prevent the effective fraud analytics, what I want to say. So ongoing monitoring, score is actually repetitive is the UK and US based fintech provider, simply focusing on infrastructure, fintech infrastructure and ML models. They are relying on ML models. So 5 steps. How do you prevent? How do you mitigate the risk? So this is ongoing monitoring. That is the evaluation, continuous evaluation, and risk scoring. So there are so Moody's model is there, Unicras model, Fitch rating is there. There is you can provide the loan to the customer. So this is very, very important. Coming to the financial technologies 4.0, so we will enter into in the we can predict the sea changes in fintech or in charge OpenAI by voice recognition. We can provide bank loans. We approach the banker seamlessly, and we can transact the customers. Yeah, so it happen within the shortest. So artificial intelligence is a transformative force in financial technologies. So these are all models. Fuzzy logic model is there, and risk. How do you mitigate the risk? And in future, so what are the areas you can enter into? And to the management students, there are plenty of avenues in this fintech area. So they can enter into this data security and data privacy, data management, data cleaning, and sciences. Yeah, second financing. So writing of code, meeting the tailor-made solutions. We are preparing the tailor-made what we call customizations. Very, very important customizations. So we can provide customized solutions in financial services sector and insurance sector and services sector, financial sector, maybe in the investment management. The CFA chartered financial analysts are there. Investment management, which investment is giving the rewards within the short span, which the risky investment, which is moderate risk investment. You can assess these things with machine learning languages. The deep learning languages, are also introduced in fintech area. So whatever it may be, so fintech is one of the innovatory interventions in BFSI sector, undoubtedly. So this learning gives some sort of creativity, and we are entered into the new areas. These are all what I want to say, future frontiers. So it gives you knowledge, makes you great. So I am very thankful and grateful to Professor Adisesha Reddy Garu for giving me this wonderful opportunity to latest and trendy areas. And within the short span, we may shift to 4.0, a paradigm shift, 4.0 to 4.5. Then we shall discuss once again. And due to internet paucity and internet connectivity, there are some problems. Kindly excuse for all these things. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable insights, sir, about Fintech 4.0 It's really one of the emerging area for the academicians and the students and administrators, and particularly the people who are in the business can use this model for their activities and take the decisions very fastly, particularly in banking sector, insurance sector, and the investment sectors are widely applying this Fintech 4.0 application of this artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning and techniques in their regular business activities. So it really gives a lot of insightful inputs to all the audiences. I think audiences were enjoyed this. That's why we have given this in YouTube link also. So if not possible in this particular session, they can view this video even after 1 or 2 days, so that it's a very useful kind of program. In the chat box, I found 1 or 2 issues and the questions. Let me read out those things. The first point is, can we take more time to implement this Fintech 4.0 in all the sectors of the finance? Is it possible to implement in total this Fintech 4.0 in all financial sectors?
Once again, sir, please.
I think this is one of the new model, Fintech 4.0.
Yes, sir.
So is it possible to implement in all financial sectors right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's implementing right now.
Okay.
It is providing actually this model is implementing business model, financial business model is implementing all the sectors what I had given. So RegTech, InsurTech and so many areas. So what I want to say, initially I said that only one word, portmanteau, an umbrella word. So considering everything into consideration. So artificial nowadays, it's using artificial intelligence, AI. We are in the Gen AI era, so that is the reason. So artificial intelligence based models, they are evolving right now, and in future, within the short span, we may see there is a paradigm shift, a seismic change in financial services. Rather than we are approaching the banks, that is neo banking, paperless and presence-less layer, we had already seen. So in financial services also, you can by online you can activate the services. You can enjoy.
Another question in that chat box is, what is the role of this Fintech 4.0 in NEP 2020?
Sir, that is related to edtech. He is talking about education technology. We are talking about financial technologies. So NEP that is education technology. So we can't implement a fintech in education
Another question
technology.
is appearing is, what is the scope for research in this Fintech 4.0?
So references I had already mentioned, references. So in that references also maybe Oxford type of references, maybe Harvard, maybe Chicago, maybe so Indian references. Yes, sir. So you can so by paying the money, so everything here is payment and then receiving, risk and return likewise. So there is a return and reward in this. So in references also, and research area, in fintech area, there's a lot of scope for research. So you can enter into the market how this financial inclusion was adopted in the remote areas. So we are considering the unbanked into the banking sector. We are considering the unbanked into the, so their needs are unmet there. So there is a lot of scope. Jandhan Yojana and banking services, insurance penetration, internet penetration. So there's a lot of scope for.
Okay. So in this scenario, can we bring this Fintech 4.0 reforms into the bottom level, like rural areas and remote areas?
Yes, sir. Actually, nowadays, what happened prior urban, there is a lot of gap in digital divide in urban and poor. It's around right now, it's in and around 61% of the rural people are also accessing the internet and mobile phones. So mobile penetration, that is very, very important. It is one of the positive signs of fintech. So 61 point some percentage of the rural are also, they are enjoying the fintech services. So we are bridging the gap. We are bridging the gap. This is very narrow gap. And even though in India, some tribal areas are there, some desert areas, so we can penetrate into that areas also, and we can in future. So government is also thinking how can we enter into that tribal areas, exclusively tribal areas.
So with these few words, I just wanted to make my conclusions. Thank you so much for your insightful inputs on Fintech 4.0 and innovatory intervention of BFSI sector. It's really worthable session, and it's really kind of the latest concept in the finance area. So my deepest thanks to Professor Kovvali Bhanu Prakash Garu on behalf of AIMS, Association of Indian Management Schools and Business Standard, for sparing your valuable time and delivering the lecture for all the audiences. And also my special thanks to Professor Durga Prasad, who is acting as the Secretary of AIMS, and the Professor P. Narayan Reddy Garu, Regional Vice President, and Professor Priya, taking all the pains for organizing this event, and Professor Megawat, the technical assistants, and all the supporting people. Thank you so much for all your valuable time for making this event more successful and grateful. Thank you all. Thank you.